Meanwhile, one key focus of President Bola Tinubu's administration is unarguably a major redefinition of the fiscal policies in Nigeria to increase revenue and reduce excess spending by the government. This has been evident with major tax reforms, increasing revenue in the oil and gas sector and improving the business climate to increase investment. News Center's Adesewa Odusoga examines how these have played out in the last 100 days.
In his assumption to office, President Bola Tinubu had promised to revamp the economy. One of the major decisions that shook the economic landscape in the country was the removal of petrol subsidy, with the intentions to reduce government spending. This took a great impact on balance of trade, cost of food and other commodities, purchasing power and income security, among others.
You come to the market just like the way you saw me pricing things. You no longer get them the same way we used to buy again. Even them themselves, they keep complaining. They buy very cost.
The fuel that is being smuggled across the borders are no longer profitable for smuggling. Hence, the smuggling has stopped. And then the artificial numbers that we have for local consumption now becomes a reality.
The removal of petrol subsidy was followed with the discontinuation of a crude swap deal by the country's oil firm, NNPC, where traders are expected to pay cash for gasoline import and private companies begin importing petrol, reflecting a clear deregulation of the sector and reduce government spending. On the 3rd of July 2023, through the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the Nigerian government announced a value-added tax direct initiative to increase tax collection from the market traders and informal sector, as well as reduce multiple taxations in the informal economy.
Based on the value-added tax law, if your turnover, that's your sales in a year, is not more than 25 million, you are exempted from VAT. So my estimation is that 90% or more of those traders will be exempted as a result of that.
3 days after, the president signed 4 executive bills which include the suspension of the 5% excise tax on telecommunication services, as well as the excise duty escalation on locally manufactured products. This policy was able to tackle the challenge of multiple taxation system and easing tax burdens on businesses and individuals.
It is good that we chase revenue. We need revenue, actually. But in the course of chasing the revenue, we must be careful so that we don't kill the chicken that will lay the golden egg.
Following the suspension of excess taxes for businesses, the president proceeded to set up a presidential committee on fiscal policy and tax reforms to enhance the revenue collection efficiency, ensure transparent reporting, and promote the effective utilization of tax and other revenue to boost citizens' tax morale, foster a healthy tax culture, and drive voluntary compliance.
The committee has been established to address the broad fiscal challenges facing our economy. Its mandate shall be divided into 3 broad areas: fiscal governance, B, tax reforms, and third, growth facilitation.
Although the first 100 days of President Tinubu's administration have been tough on Nigerians, but many economists have argued that this has breathed a new life and a major revamp to Nigeria's economy in such a short term. However, analysts have urged the president to improve investment in the oil and non-oil sector, like the energy, agriculture, tech, among others, to increase revenue and reduce government spending. Adesewa Odusoga, reporting for News Central.